You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Tuesday the 29th of July, 2025. It is 39 days after the summer solstice. It is 55 days before the fall equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 11th day of Thermidor, the day of the panique, the foxtail millet. The sun rises today at 5:50 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 1:02 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:14 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:44 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:22 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute, 58 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing crescent phase and is 33% full at midday. The first quarter will arrive on Friday, the 1st of August. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 1:57 a.m., 1 meter 46. In the morning, low tide, 8:02 a.m., 12 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 2:25 p.m., 1 meter 52. In the evening, low tide, 8:29 p.m., 24 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, if you are beginning to see feathers about, by the curb, in little corners where the wind blows them, you are seeing the beginning of the main yearly pigeon molting season. From now until perhaps October, pigeons will be shedding their old feathers, growing in the new. Now, pigeons molt throughout the year, but this is the time when they go into high gear. Pigeon keepers point out that this can be stressful for the birds. Breeding season is winding down, so there's no need for the males to preen and display to attract a mate, a process which involves a lot of spreading their handsome feathers out. Pigeon keepers say that to molt successfully, the birds need to have completely calmed down. Commemorations. Once the Mongol Emperor Kublai Khan had conquered China, establishing the Yuan dynasty, he set his sights on Japan. He sent 5 emissaries to demand that Japan become his vassal state. On this day in 1279, the Japanese shogun responded by beheading all 5 of the envoys. Kublai Khan sent an invading army in a flotilla of ships in 1281. The Japanese were saved by a great typhoon that swept the invaders away, and the term kamikaze, or divine wind, was born. While we're on the topic of naval invasions, on this day in 1588, the English first spotted the Spanish Armada from the Lizard, a peninsula in Cornwall. A system of beacons constructed across southern England allowed London to be warned that the Spanish fleet was entering the English Channel. Another island nation would be saved. On this day in 1954, The Fellowship of the Ring, the first volume of The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien, was published in London by George Allen and Unwin. On this day in 2005, a team of astronomers led by Mike Brown at the Palomar Observatory announced their discovery of the dwarf planet Eris. Smaller but more dense than Pluto, Eris has a highly unusual orbit, tilted at an angle of about 44 degrees to the ecliptic, the plane in which all the familiar planets of our solar system orbit the Sun. It is an orbital period of 561 years. The discovery led scientists to hammer out a more precise definition of what is considered a planet. Pluto was demoted, and Eris joined Pluto in the category of dwarf planet. Eris was named after the Greco-Roman goddess of strife and discord, which seems a little unfair to the little planet. Today we remember Alexis de Tocqueville, born on this day in 1805. The French aristocrat, diplomat, political philosopher, and historian is most famous in this country for his book Democracy in America, which was published in 2 volumes in 1835 and 1840. Not only does this book provide a view of the early republic, but it examines what aspects of American society and its institutions were conducive to the development of a self-governing democratic polity. Hats off to de Tocqueville today. And that is the Observatory, Tuesday the 29th of July, 2025.